Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chitchat, the show where we talk about anything and everything. Joining me today are Nicholas, a singer-songwriter, Kai, a filmmaker, Sufyan, a radio announcer impersonator, Danish, a writer, me, actress and filmmaker, Phil, an actor and theater enthusiast. Sorry, am I pointing the wrong way? Oh my god! Like my camera is sorry. Elijah. Shit. Elisha, a broadcasting and new media graduate. So, what a wonderful start with me pointing the wrong direction. Anyway, ignoring that.
It's okay. You're not a pilot. You're an actress.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. So my first, no wait, the topic today is Malaysian households, and jumping into my first question for all of you. It will be a heavy one. How did your parents or guardians punish you as a child? Like, what were some of the things that they punished you for? How did it go? Let's start with Nicholas.
Punish for what?
So I asked
There's so many reasons to punish.
pick one memorable one. It doesn't have to be too bad, if you don't want to go into that.
Okay. I would say back then when I was young, I was quite of a thief. I'm very good. I'm a very good thief, I would say. Not anymore. But I was a very good thief back then. I used to steal like a lot of those school stuff. No, all those not convenience store things. Maybe in high school once, but yeah. As a child, I think I stole a lot of little things, but I was never caught. Unless I want to be there, I just like give back. Now here's your pencil, and then idiot. But I think for me, and I really got punished by my parents for stealing, it would be I stole my parents' money. Yeah. But that was like 5 ringgit lah. 1 to 2 ringgit for extra nasi lemak in school. It's not very
I see.
It's not like for bad things, but I was hungry. Okay. They give me enough, but my stomach is not enough. And I just, how you call that? I think taking my parents one, I think they know, but they didn't really bother until I start taking my brothers. That's where my brother flipped out, which I can understand because I took $10 from him instead.
Why?
Yeah, and then after when I got caught, then after that I started to realize I'm like, this ain't right. This is not good. That it's time for me to stop. Yeah, so then I stopped, but then old habits came back in high school like once. And then after that, I was like, oh, nah. I feel so bad that I just quit all the way. And now I'm a good boy now. Yeah, I'm a good boy.
You good boy now?
Yeah, that's just one
But how
example.
did they punish you though?
How did they punish me?
What did they do? Was it the
I think-
rotan?
Back then, I think at that age, I have that Sony Ericsson phone, back in the day, the Sony Ericsson phone. Yeah, so I think they took that away and then rotan me like a few times. Yeah, but then I think my parents was like, how you call that, very innovative. Then they're like, you know what, hitting my child doesn't work. You just take away what he likes.
The new type of parents.
Yeah, so I think they stopped letting me play my PS2 at the time for like a week. Yeah.
Oh no.
And I couldn't go out. And at that time I love cycling a lot, so I couldn't go out. So I was just stuck at home watching Disney Channel. Okay.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Disney Channel. Come on.
Yeah, you as you know, Astro, they give you like all those time programs which sometimes I don't like to watch. Then I'm just like, this is boring. Yeah. So I was just bored at home most of the time. I think my punishment wasn't the worst, but as a child, I would say that's the worst. Yeah.
I see. And how did your brother, you said, react when you got punished? Did he laugh at you or?
He was angry. He told my parents, to all parents, and then I think he just complained to my parents, and then my parents dealt with me instead. Yeah, because he was not a good boy too. But I
I
wasn't
see a
that good.
pattern here.
Yes. Yes. My brother is the type to 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿 𝐶𝐿, as you say. Yes.
I see, I see.
Yeah. He's worse than me, but now he's good. Just back then.
Okay, cool. What about you, Kai?
What about me?
What were some of the things that your parents punished you for?
Did Yoda ever get punished?
Yeah, I feel like Ken was
The
born.
wise
one.
man.
That's a good
All
boy.
of us, I think I wouldn't get punished
Such
at
a
all.
good boy.
Who am I kidding? I think not very creative. It's always I don't remember much about the punishment because I tend to forget punishment. I remember more about lectures, like a talk. Although I don't remember the content of the talk, but I remember the being talked to.
I see.
Yeah, and it comes with rotan.
Oh, shit.
A talk and a rotan
It's always the
doesn't
rotan.
sing. Oh, I remember one
Ends
time.
with okay. It
Yeah,
ends with
I remember-
rotan.
Yeah, I remember one time. My parents used to chase me around the sofa because the sofa is right in the middle of the living room. But I ran so fast, I just keep on circling until we both got so tired and we started laughing at each other, and that's how we solve conflict.
Wow. That is how you use your big brain, guys.
Yeah,
Like a musical
when
chair.
you're young, you
Big
can
brain
run,
moment.
run longer. So yeah, that was the most memorable punishment, I would say.
Was anyone there, like, when they were punishing you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I just remember me and my parents just circling around the sofa.
That's fine. How did you feel? When you were being
You were
chased?
running around.
It was
Panic
at
attack.
first it was scary. Yeah, it was scary at first, but then after a few rounds, it started to become fun. Like, are we playing games? So yeah, it's memorable not because it's a punishment, but more of like a funny thing.
I see.
And for
How
punishment,
old were you back then?
primary school, around
Primary
8
school.
or 7. Yeah.
Imagine if Kai said like, "Oh, it was just yesterday."
That one gotta be a problem lah. I don't know about you guys.
What do I feel like? I'm not surprised at all.
Gosh.
Just now.
But wait,
Yeah.
is the rotan the feather duster with the rotan end with the hook, or is it the typical long thin one?
For that one is the hanger.
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 Oh,
Hanger.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we have in Malaysia we have so many different ways of hitting kids.
It's whatever you can find.
Whatever you can find
on the
your
ground.
slipper lah, your whatever lah.
Thankfully, I never got hit by a belt.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
really? Okay.
Never gotten that.
Wait, has anyone actually gotten hit by a belt?
Yeah.
Oh, Danish.
I don't remember why, but I remember there was.
Elisha also.
My dad hit me with a belt when I was 7 or 8.
Why?
But it was
What
the
did
person
you
love.
do?
I was annoying.
Oh, that's it.
I could see that he was annoyed with me. That was it. But I think after that, he felt so guilty, and he was trying to spoil me so much. But then again, after the incident, we became best friends. We became BFF.
Oh,
I
it's
think-
okay. It's like you exchange the belt for like some ice cream lah.
I think the worst thing I got hit was
You
my
know, it's
shoe.
so funny. I still could feel the pain until now, guys. It's in my bum.
Okay. Let us calm ourselves. By us, I mean me.
But it was not from the buckle side. You know how the belt comes with a big buckle?
Mm.
Thank goodness it wasn't the buckle side. It was the yeah.
The other
The less
end.
full side, the other end. Yes.
Okay. Um, how did you feel when that happened? Like when it was about to happen?
Traumatized.
Traumatized. It didn't
Nowhere
make
to
you
run.
lose like any trust in your dad?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Have you guys seen?
But would you? Sorry. Nikhil.
Have you guys seen
Hey,
some
sorry, Kai.
parents? Yeah, I'm talking. Have you guys seen that some parents use spray,
What?
the shirt ironing spray,
What?
because they don't want
Dude.
violence. So anytime their kids did something wrong, they just spray at them.
Oh,
Bad
yeah,
dog.
I've seen
Bad dog.
that.
I've never seen that.
I've seen it. But it's like small kids. It is so funny.
Wait, where
I
did you
don't know
see
how
it? Where did you see it?
I don't know, just online. I don't know how I
Why-
feel about that.
Why
would
does
do
that
that.
seem more fun?
I honestly would do that to my kids. Just spray them with water. Stop.
Or like
Say, no,
take a rubber
abuse, it's not
band
abuse.
and like
I think I was walking my dog once, and then they were in the playground, and like there's this family and their kids, and the kids were doing something in the playground, and she just had the spray, and she started spraying at them, and I'm like, okay, out in public. I was like, okay.
At least it's not a pepper spray, okay? That's pure abuse, right?
That one a bit different lah.
You just see your kids are screaming for help.
Should just get a water gun, more theatrical.
Oh.
bring around like to
That
the
would be so
supermarket
fun,
like this.
Wow, look at that.
Have you guys seen
comment.
the
Kai is
leash
too
though?
adorable. Trying to get
Adorable.
adorable.
Oh, Kai.
Kai.
Another person
goodness.
has
Kai, you're very appealing,
You're very appealing. You gotta give the audience what they want, you know. And in this case, it would be Kai.
Maybe I just have to put
Fulfill
some glasses
demand,
on.
you know.
It's all just like turn off our camera. Just give it to Kai lah. Oh my God, Nikhil, no! He actually did it.
Maybe the
Okay,
glasses will get my game up a bit.
Have you guys seen the leash though?
I
Like
have.
parents
Oh.
leashing their children.
Mhm.
Oh God, no.
But it's like a safety thing. My English teacher told me she used to do it to her kids. And one lady came up, approached her, and she was like, remember I talked about an English teacher who I was close to, who we talked about sex, so it was that teacher. So she had leashed her kids, and one lady had come to her like, oh my God, you tali buat macam ni tau. And she was like, if my child goes missing, are you gonna go help look for it? No, right? So you sit down there and mind your own business. I'll take care of my kids. Like, okay, fine.
Wow,
Like
your teacher sounds like a really cool person.
like unpopular opinion though. I think those are very practical. may not be right, but they are practical.
I agree. Show of hands, who agrees? Okay, you can see how this chit chat show is going. Okay, jumping back, let's go to Sufyan. Tell me some of the things that your parents punished you for.
I remember one time before school, I wasn't eating my vegetables, and my mom threatened not to send me to school. And I couldn't believe her. Like, if I don't eat my vegetables, I don't have to go to school. Like, are you serious?
Good thing. That's a
Did
good
you
thing.
realize what you just said? So I called her bluff. I didn't eat it, and I ended up having a free day. So
Wow.
Same thing happened to me, Sufyan. I feel you.
What?
yeah, I couldn't believe my ears when she said that. I was like, oh, okay, sure.
And go to
Yeah.
school.
Maybe she was
Oh.
just really tired from you.
Oh yeah, no, I sat down at that table for 2 hours straight. I wouldn't eat that
Oh
a
my
single vegetable.
goodness, Sufyan, why?
I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn when I want to be stubborn. And I was a very stubborn kid. So
That's a really interesting punishment, though.
It wasn't even a punishment, if you ask me.
Yeah.
If you want like
Huh.
proper punishment, maybe at school, if we were being naughty, that we had our IT teacher. She was very strict. She would basically pull your sideburns like this.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
painful.
I
It's really,
remember.
really painful. But we were still naughty though. So
It feels
It's
like
a typical child face.
oh,
yeah.
Danish, you were saying?
no, it feels like our households, like the culture in our households get dragged into schools. Like if you were like in any other country, right? A teacher does that, she's gonna get fired.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, I don't know, but that's how
Maybe
I
now,
guess.
maybe now. I don't think it was something. It was more of a norm those days. I think I remember like my parents be like, "Oh, just wallop him. It's okay. Just wallop him." Thanks. That's
Kesian dia.
Yep. Oh yeah, good fun lah. Do they still do that though now? Like I don't know,
I don't know.
rotan ke in school.
Hit children?
I got pinched.
So
Does that count?
I got
I don't
slapped
think
before.
You
Oh, I also
slapped?
got slapped.
Oh,
Oh my god. Wait, how did you
I-
get slapped?
I was, because back then in high school we had like, okay, you know, being me, the thief, all right. So I had one item that wasn't allowed in school, which I didn't know. So apparently in primary school you're allowed to have the what you call that, the blunt scissors, okay, not like this type, not this sharp type, okay. You have to like have the roundish
Mm.
type.
Oh.
And not only that, because some of the teachers had what you call that, those blades, those paper cut, those blades one. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know what you call that. All right, it's like a blade, and a teacher told me to go and get it, and I go and get it from the teacher's room.
it's a
And-
paper knife. They call it paper knife.
Paper knife.
knife.
Okay, I got that. I went to the teacher's room. I picked that, and I was on the way back to see that teacher, and then another teacher called me and then said it was mine, but then it wasn't, and then he just straight up slapped me, and then after
Oh.
that I'm like, I have a knife.
Yo, the
Oh.
audacity.
Right. And then after that I shouted at him. I said, like, what is wrong with you? I said, then he said, why you bring this? Then I said, ini cikgu punya lah. This is your own colleague's knife. And then he apologized to me. I'm like, you eat. Oh.
Like, oh, sorry for
Yeah,
that.
and then after that, I went to that teacher that I was supposed to give the knife to. That I told her about it. It was a lady teacher. And then the lady teacher go and confront the guy teacher. It's like, and then she asked, "What is wrong with you?" Before you
At
jump
least
to
you got
conclusions.
justice, you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, I just look at him like,
Yeah.
"You sure your wife schools you at home? Or you want the teacher to school you at home? School you too."
yeah.
Oh, God.
Aduh.
Hey, we have a couple of comments. The first one is, I like Nicholas without glasses on. Your glasses is hiding your beautiful eyes. Ha ha ha. Already Nicholas getting the admirers.
How you
And
doing?
they also said, my dad used to rotan my calves every time I didn't want to shower when I was in Tadika.
Why cow?
Oh.
It's like
I
for
guess
all
It's
areas.
cool, though.
Less painful, right?
Is
No,
it?
it's actually
What?
painful.
Yeah, it's
How
it's more painful.
Painful.
And it
I
leaves
don't
a
know.
mark.
I don't
Try to
paint
commit
like a
yourself
normal
now.
person.
Okay.
Maybe I'll try it later.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Nick,
You
you
guys
want
have to
myself.
choose.
something. Nikhil is imagining something else.
You guys have to. Which area is the place that you hate getting hit?
It was
Everywhere?
Anywhere. Yeah.
Worst.
Worst. Palms.
Well, it depends. It depends the intensity of the whip.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
the normal-
I remember back in school, our teacher let us choose which rotan we want. Like that,
Oh.
he placed like 3 kinds of
Same.
rotan, thick one, thin one, and some
Yeah.
other kind, and then we can choose. And one of my friends chose one of it, and as the teacher came, he catch the rotan, like doesn't want to. He doesn't allow the second caning. So it's like, teacher,
Wow.
release your hand.
I did it before.
Fun times.
Oh, continuation from the comment, the person. Calves, because my Tadika friends can see and he wants me to be embarrassed.
Damn.
Wow.
Political warfare.
That is next level.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah, I guess it would act as a deterrent of sorts in not wanting to shower. Okay, anyway.
But
Danish.
actually, coming
Oh.
back into Nicholas's question, I think I got immune when I got hit on my legs. I was like, okay. It was like, okay, I'm immune to this, but I didn't like the bum part.
Sorry, you didn't like the what?
It didn't get like getting whipped on the bum.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
you were into it? What?
I heard you say that.
How could what? No?
Guys.
Hello?
Danger.
Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, moving on.
Okay,
Danish, if your
moving on.
mommy hear this, gonna rotan you later, huh? Your mommy hear this topic, she rotan you later, okay?
Because I thought I had like what? Okay, moving on.
Okay, Danish.
I don't
What about
remember.
you?
I remember hangers. I remember people telling me that I got like scolded by getting hit by with hangers and stuff and belts, but I don't remember actually experiencing it because I think I was very very young, and then I guess at one point I was not like really a goody two shoes, but I don't do much trouble. I was boring though. I don't know what to say. I was boring.
I'm not really a goody two shoe, but actually he is a goody two shoe. Danish. Okay. Let me say something. When I was a kid, I still kind of am a kid. Anyway, my mom would like rotan, like the actual cane. Every night before we went to bed, she would ask me and my brother, "So, what did you guys do wrong today?" And for some reason, I don't know why, we never thought about not telling her what we did wrong for the day. So we just like say, "Oh, today I made fun of my friend. Pah, one cane. Oh, today I didn't eat my vegetables at school. Pah, another cane." Then at some point when I got older, I started to realize like, wait, why am I telling her actually?
Lie, woman, lie.
I could just say, "No, I was a good kid today. No caning."
Too honest.
Too honest. So I guess I am kind of a goody two shoes as well when I was a kid. Yeah. So Elisha, aside from the belt,
Yeah.
do you have any other stories?
As a child or as a teenager? Oh,
How many do you have?
How
So
far
do
can
we
you
have here?
How far can you remember?
because I was brought up by my dad, and yeah, it was basically like a military way of thinking. If I've done something wrong, I'll get punished really bad.
Oh,
Yeah, my mom
Hey,
was in the
I
military
turned out okay, guys. Don't worry, I turned out okay. I'm a normal person, just a bit traumatized by a few things. Yeah.
too.
understandable.
Well, he's also is that he's very strict.
He's very okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put him?
Back then, during his era when he was still macho and manly. I would say 10 out of
anymore.
It's like
yes. Yep. Not with the rotan even. It was physical. Nico, no more
Somebody-
question.
my head is like running with like calculations and like.
No, that was like, okay, I will give you an example lah. Okay. You know Pato, right?
Story.
Pato.
So
Dating.
my first ever Pato session, I was only 14. Okay, so back then it was either a home line, like a home phone, where people have no choice; they have to call your home line, and the phone is in the middle of the house. It's in the living room. So imagine. And during that time in the household, it was only my father's handphone. So every time I will sneak out, I will go to his mobile phone. I'll search for his mobile phone and take it with me. So I'll sneak back to my room after he sleeps with his phone. And because it was just a one single story bungalow, so it's not even a double story. So you could hear everything around the area. And he actually woken up. He heard my voice talking to my boyfriend back then, you know. Knock on the door like boom, 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 boom.
I'm getting anxiety from this.
I was like, oh no. I had to whisper underneath my blanket and say, my daddy's awake. My daddy's awake. My dad keep on knocking on the door. Sha, I can hear you. Open the door now. Not gonna break this door.
Horror.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really traumatizing event for me. He managed to open the door. I think he kicked the door open. My dad actually hit the door open. He kicked, not hit. Grabbed the phone off my hand. I think it was it Ericsson? The flip open one. Yeah. So he grabbed that phone, opened my window from my bedroom, and threw his own mobile phone out. I didn't go to school for 3 days. Yep.
Like, wait, you didn't go to school by his order or?
By his order. Because I went to a mixed school, so it was both boy and girl.
I see.
So he
I see.
knew that I'm gonna meet that guy if I go to school.
Oh.
So I was being warned verbally and mentally. So that's another warning. Yeah. Actually, mental kind of warning is actually more dangerous than physical.
That is true. That is true.
Traumatizing. Yeah.
And plus, in Asian culture, I don't want to be so general, but at least from what I've seen, we tend to be more closed off than most other cultures. You know, like if there's a problem, there is no problem because no one will say anything about the problem, so it's not there. You know, if you pretend, it will go away.
Yeah.
that is what like our mentality is kind
Yeah,
of.
of course. Well, at least that he was quite subtle. When he treated me, it was more subtle than how he treated my sister back then. I think the whole family of mine, we already know this story. Like my sister back then, our age gap is like 6 or 7 years age gap. She's elder than I am. And I've seen it. It went physical. My dad dragged this poor boyfriend of my sister back then. He cycled to the house. He parked his bicycle in front of the car porch. My sister was being innocent, you know, taking shower in the bathroom, doing nothing. The guy was just waiting for her in the room. My dad came home, parked his car. I was like, didn't know what to do. My dad was asking me, Sha, who's at the house?
Oh shit.
My sister even gave me like 20 ringgit to keep my mouth quiet. How am I supposed to keep quiet now? I can't keep quiet anymore. There's a people in the porch. What do you want me to do? My dad rushed to her room, grabbed this poor guy. I don't know where he is right now, but I hope he is well and fine. He was grabbed on his collar shirt. I still remember he was wearing a red crescent t-shirt, you know, like those collared one, white shirt with the red collar. He was being grabbed by his collar out from my sister's room all the way to the road in front of our house. My dad is real gangster, guys. Yeah.
You sure the red collar is not blurred?
Oh my gosh.
I was only 10 or 9 years old. seriously. This poor guy. Yeah. It didn't go physical on us, but it actually went to other people. So
how did people react though? If they, has anyone was anyone there to witness your dad like dragging this poor guy out?
I was too scared, like I actually ran to my own room after that. I don't know what happened. I know my sister cried like there's no tomorrow. And obviously that guy is not my brother-in-law now. So everybody knows what happened after that. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
So happy ending.
Wait,
Happy ending.
If I'm not talking about now, that guy is your brother-in-law.
He's not my brother-in-law.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
okay. I just imagine like those. I just imagine that party. Like it's just like, hey, remember the time I took you outside to the road?
My sister and I, we always joke about this because it's still fresh in our head what happened that day. It's still fresh.
Cool.
Imagine
Poor
like
guy. Yeah,
the
wherever
guy, like,
wherever he is right now.
imagine that he got so traumatized that he's staying like single until now. Like imagine
Oh
that.
my gosh.
My
That's all.
goodness, that would be horrible.
I wish him all the best.
Okay, jumping to the lighter side of things, what is the fondest memory that you have with your family members as a child? Let's start with Nicholas again.
Fondest. As a child. Happiest. Search.
You gotta wait for the
Scanning
gear
the
to switch first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Searching.
Scanning memory archive.
Failure.
Finding it. I think it would be. I think it would be when the time I went to like a camping trip with my parents. Yeah, with my family.
Camping trip with your family.
Huh?
Where did you go?
I was so young, I can't remember where. I know it was like near a waterfall, and there was barbecue going on. There's a few tents, and I think it's just what you call that peaceful time, like where nothing big happened. You just enjoy the environment. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
but
like the peacefulness about it, lah?
Yeah, because nothing is going on too much. It's just eat, chill, mosquitoes, chill, sleep. Yeah, I think that's what we felt about it.
How old were you back then?
I think this one was 6, 7, because me and my parents, we don't really go on many trips, especially not right now. But even in high school, I think we went like Genting once, Cameron Highland once. I never got out of I never got out of Malaysia, honestly. Other than Thailand once for a college trip that I paid for like $200 for a few, like 3 to 4 days. Yeah. So I never really got out of Malaysia with my parents, especially. Yeah.
Sounds very nice. Sounds very peaceful.
Yeah. It's just
See, our energy just like from chaotic to chill and nice and sweet. Yeah.
oh, the sunlight that day. Oh, wow. The clouds.
The water sprinkling on your face.
The fresh water when the air wasn't polluted that much at that time.
Okay, moving on to Kai. What about you?
Yeah, I think trip is also one of the fondest. I mean, we went to a few trips and most are very happy.
Kai, you're cutting off.
No.
Am I?
Okay.
Are you going on another trip?
He's
No,
going.
I'm not going on that. The last time it was before before COVID lah. So now it's even more fonder to think about going out for a trip with family, and sometimes with big family is even better. Like I don't even have to talk because there's so many people there, so I just have to just sit there and listen to their conversation. It was fun.
Vibing. It's
Yeah.
like
Chill family vibes, guys.
yeah, something like that.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Sufyan?
I guess it'd have to be when my mom and I, we used to go to KLCC, and at the food court there, and I think the shop is still there. There's this lady who sells nasi lemak, really good nasi lemak, by the way. One of my top 3 nasi lemak in KL. We just pack a nasi lemak and we would share it in the park, KLCC park.
Ooh, that's sweet, bro.
You guys are giving me all these nostalgic memories. Like,
But what about the nasi lemak at Village Park? Have you had that before?
Village Park, yeah. I like Village Park. I like the one in KLCC. There's another one in SS3. It's called nasi lemak botak. Also really nice.
Bald nasi lemak? Bald fat rice?
I don't know. No. I think the uncle who sells it is like botak. Yeah, probably. It's really good though. It's really good.
old fat rice. Okay, cool.
Right.
Nikhil?
What was the question? Fondest memory with
Yeah. And
parents?
with family members.
Kind of a sad question for me. I mean, there were many as a child, but I think ever since my dad passed away, I like to think there's a picture of us when we were in July of 2015, and we were all in the hospital together. So yeah, I like to think of that as the fondest memory because we were all there together. Because my sister was studying at the time, and she was studying in London, so we really got to see her also. And I was here. They did his surgery in India, so it was more. It was nice that we all flew in for that. But if I was thinking prior to that, I like going to Nasi Lemak Antarabangsa, the one in Kampung Baru.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be good.
Sufyan
and
is being judgmental.
Really good.
His face, like,
Alright.
Second
It's okay.
generation.
Yeah, probably. And he used to go like at 4 a.m. in the morning, and at 4 a.m. in the morning, it's still piping hot, and it's like crowded. And yeah, it's something to do as a family. I like my parents better before my sister was born.
Not even like.
Okay.
But yeah. But fondest memory as a family, probably before my dad passed.
Okay. Danish?
I think there were several, I guess. Because when my mom started business, right? So during when the business was going very, very well, so we had a lot of trips. So I guess a lot of those trips had nice memories. Also, trips with like my cousins and my uncles. Also, they were nice. But I guess so. I don't know which one to choose, but usually it's fun when just hanging out, stuff like that. So I can't really choose particularly, but I would say during trips.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to see like a pattern here, but let me leave that for after Elisha answers.
What?
Yes, let's go.
Me?
Yeah, is it a trip?
Yeah, it was a trip. I
It
can
has to be a
relate.
trip, guys.
I can relate to Nicholas and Kai. Obviously, my fondest memory was when my mom took all 4 of us to Genting Highlands. And yeah, I still remember playing those arcade old school Sega with the mist outside. You hardly see what's going on outside. It was so cool. Yeah, it's like one of the fondest memory that I remember when I was 9 or 10. And plus, coming from Sarawak, going to Genting Highland was like a huge thing. It was like, wow, you go back to school, everybody asks you, where did you go? Genting Highlands, played Sega, hey. What else? Went to 𝐂𝐕𝐄𝐿 for the first time. Sunway Lagoon, of course, it was the biggest thing as well, especially coming from east part of Malaysia. You have to cross the river, you have to cross the ocean, so it was a big thing. Never been overseas when I was a child with my parents, never. So I could relate to Nicholas. What else? Yeah, especially when it involves your cousins, your uncles, and your aunties, it's always one of the best times.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know
Alright.
why, but I'm the only. Am I the only one who doesn't know what @famosa is?
It's in Malacca.
It's in Malacca.
I guess,
Wow.
yeah, you're the only one.
It's
As a
a fort.
Malaccan, I feel offended.
My Malaysian geography and history is very bad. I'm the least Malaysian here, I think, among all of you.
For some
As
reason,
long
I
as you
always
know how to
thought-
go back home, that's fine.
Waste there. We have to go.
Nani?
That's waste.
Oh my god.
Kai, you were saying?
For some reason, I always thought there's a roller coaster in 𝐴_FAMOSA.
There is a park, Logan.
There's a water
There's a
park.
park. There's a water park there
There's a
now.
water
Water park?
Yeah,
It's a
there's
water park.
Actually, no, it's been there since 1998, 2000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why that was the time when I was a kid.
It literally has the
Hi,
word famous
Tucker.
in the name, and
Famous.
Oh, it ain't famous enough for me to know.
okay.
Genting
What's-
Highland was like the Las Vegas for us.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for it to be open again. Apparently, they have more stuff coming in.
Oh yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's this year, right? Oh,
I
no.
can't wait.
That
It's
stuff
always
has been
this
delayed 2
year.
years.
It's
It's always this year.
It has been this year. It has been this year since 5 years ago. Okay?
Oh man. So what was your conclusion, Nico?
All of your fondest memories seem like it's nothing too big, it's just the chill moments with family where there's like, some semblance of peace.
I know.
Like that's rare for Asian households. Huh?
I mean, it's just interesting to me. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so let's move on to your relationship with your parents or, the people that you live with as a child. Let's do something different. Let's go with Alicia first.
Okay, what was the question here?
Your relationship with your parents as a child.
Since I was 8, my mom moved out from our family home. So I was with my dad all the way. So played tennis with him, played golf with him, learned how to swim from him. With my mom, like for example, if it's a school holiday during the weekends, she will try to take care of me. Let's say out of 4 of us, because I'm the youngest, so it's easier for her to handle me as well. And my elder brother and my elder sister, they always have their own plans. They're already like teenagers back then. So for me, my fondest memory with my mom is basically adventuring together with her. I think I get that sense of adventure from her because she used to work for Telecom Malaysia as the branch manager of East Malaysia. So she always adventure into the rural areas, places that you cannot reach by road. So I guess, yeah, I'm having goosebumps talking about this. I think that's like one of the best memory from where I get my adventure side because of her. Like traveling on a raft, traveling on a, like a boat, on a speedboat. We go through rivers, we go through the rural, deep, dense jungle. Yeah, I travel a lot with her. So I guess that's the reason why until now, I still love traveling. That's one of the best memories with her as well. Growing up,
Mm.
well, she didn't brought me up, but then again, she did try. Like, for example, during the weekend, school holidays, yeah, it was fun. It was fun with her. With my dad, on the other hand, is more into discipline. I became really disciplined when I lived with him. Based on my previous stories, as you could tell.
Yeah, I was imagining like boot camps or army
Boot
training.
camps. Just 5 a.m. He starts yelling, "Wake up, wake up, wake up."
Before you eat your breakfast, give me 10.
So yeah, I guess it's fine. We turned out to be okay. My eldest brother got married with 3 kids. My sister got married with 2 kids. Yeah. So yeah, everybody turned out fine. Very disciplined.
And how did your relationship with your parents change, like as you grew up? Like from a child, we always have that, sense of adoration for our parents, like looking up to them and all that. Did that change over the years?
Yeah, definitely. I started to become more open. Before, I didn't know what to say to my mom because we were not that close. So it was just either like, oh, she will ask me, Sha, what do you feel like eating? Oh, do you have enough pocket money? Do you want some more? Or when is your next school holidays? There was nothing much to talk about because the bond wasn't that strong. But as I grew into an adult, after I graduated from college, I started to realize that, oh, I actually do need my mom next to me. So slowly our bond became stronger because there are few questions that I need to ask her rather than asking my dad. And plus my sister, she wasn't around since I was 11 or 12 as well because of our age gap. So she's always traveling overseas as well. She was a cabin crew herself. So we hardly see each other. So basically it's either my mom or my dad like that. Yeah, that was it.
Cool, cool, cool. I need to stop saying cool so often.
Where do you get that from? Do you get it from your mom or your dad?
I get it from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Cool, 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 cool. Anyway.
Be more Malaysian.
Danish.
KKK.
Oh, wait. That one a bit sensitive.
Yeah, we Malaysian. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody
Danish?
misses Elisha's red chair background.
Oh. It looks similar to the Graham Norton show.
Someone should have a lever too.
Oh.
We just have to have that English accent.
Wow.
I can't do accents. How about you do it then? Show me
I
your
say wow.
Yeah, give me a English accent.
No, I don't do accent.
Come on.
Nope.
I thought you were very good at it.
Some Cockney
I never said I was good at accent. I never said I
I
was good
remember
at
you
accent.
saying that to me.
No. I don't think so.
That was a different person with a contact lens. It's a different person.
Oh yeah, no, that's not me. That's not me. Yeah,
see.
you're thinking of that was another guy. Sorry, I wasn't here. Yeah,
Nice.
It's like a
Common
Jekyll
mistake,
and
common
Hyde
mistake.
situation.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Common mistakes, fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
You'll learn. You'll learn. Don't worry about it.
Apologies for the confusion with your.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Nicholas has a comment as well. How could you not know 𝐿𝐿famosa?
It's the same one who likes him without the spectacles.
But that's Formosa know me.
He took off the spectacles though.
Yeah, actually.
He took off the spectacles. Gotta please the fans, huh? Okay,
What are we
Danish.
talking about? Oh, our
Your
relationships.
relationship
Right?
and how
I
it
guess
changed.
I guess it's I don't know how it evolved. It was just parents, children, and just like that. I guess when I was in high school, I went to a lot of tournaments, archery tournaments, and so my parents, my mom, and my stepfather were always there and stuff. And then when I was in a boarding school, and every night I would call. And when I was in France also, every night I would call. Well, Malaysian night I would call. So macam I guess like I would it was just it kind of reached a point, and then macam, well, it's just like that until now. So I wouldn't say like it's the highest point, but it's okay. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. Just I guess it's just a normal kind of relationship. It's not like kind of like some people have like they are BFFs with their parents and stuff, but I don't think it's there yet because as you said before, like we keep our problems to ourselves, so we're not the sharing problems kind of people. So yeah, I guess it's just like that. But I would say with my siblings, my sisters, I guess we fought a lot dulu kot. Or at least they bullied me lah. But I guess now that I'm now my two older sisters, but now when I'm older, so it's just just was macam tu je lah. Yeah, so I guess there was an evolution. It was just like something like that. It's like it was like it was just like
Stable
stable and
It's
now.
like it's okay. Not too good, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's
Not
okay.
bad.
It's not like fantastic BFFs. It's just just a normal kind of relationship.
Understand. Nikhil?
I was the firstborn child, so there's a lot more. When you're the firstborn child, there's a lot more love per se, and I think my mom also had an easy pregnancy with me, as opposed to my sister. No shade, but
I sense some shade.
Yeah.
she says it, not me. So I think growing up, probably the first 5 years, there was always the first choice that you get. I kind of grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth, and then I think my dad lost his job for a while. So I can say that I was born with a silver spoon, and my sister was probably born with a wooden spoon. I used to fight with my dad a lot. Used to argue with him a lot. Used to just clash. With my mom and I, we're both earth signs, and used to do a lot of creative things together. Like on weekends, watercolor and draw and cooking and all these homely stuff. I used to argue with my dad till he died, I guess. And even like with my mom, we used to go for like Chinese ink painting classes. We used to do all these little fun things. It kind of is a bit weird when you grow up. Because my dad was kind of like this typical, when he was a flower boy, he was the typical, jock school boy kind of thing, class president, school president kind of kid. And I was this nerdy, geeky one, who was not interested in sports, who was not interested in what boys typically are put in a box for. So it was a bit weird growing up in that sense. I'm always the fighter, still am. And they used to like get creative in their punishments. We didn't really talk about this earlier. There was this time I didn't clean up my room, so I went and walked my dog, and when I came back, the laptop was missing. And my mom had taken the laptop, and she hadn't taken the laptop. She had taken the wire to charge the laptop. She's smart. Smart lady. On the laptop, I'm like, why is the wire missing? And she was like, you want the wire back? You clean your room. Your room never got clean. Never got clean for like 2 years. I had other ways of going online.
So spiteful.
The amount of rebelliousness, yeah.
And then I think there was this time when I was younger. This is like my dad was a bit more weird way of mentoring, I guess. I think we told a lie or something like that, me and my sister. and he was like, "I'm gonna take you to the police officer now." It was like middle of the night, 12 o'clock in the middle of the night, and we drove. We all sat in the car and we parked outside. We're like, "We're gonna go in now." And I was like, "But I didn't do it. You're lying. You didn't do it." "Okay, fine, I did it. Come, let's go now." And we like walked all the way to the police station, and then we like, "See, what do you make me do?" My dad was the kind of person who'll punish you, and then he'll feel bad about it. He'll come and apologize. My mom wasn't that type. If she punished you, you deserved it. And she won't like talk to you for a few days. You have to like butter her up a bit. So I guess the relationship was a bit weird. I mean, I guess the difference is, my mom was raised in India and my dad was raised here. So the way that they have different kind of teachings, the way that you grow up, how your parents influence you per se. Yeah. But I was definitely influenced by them, like in sense of style or stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, must be fashionable parents.
He says that proudly.
There was a time. I think I was in Form 2, and it was Parent Teacher Day. My parents were a bit late, and then they walked in, and everyone was looking like, "Oh, whose parents is this? Whose parents is this?" And then I walked up in front, and then after my parents left, they were like, "Nikhil, you sure you're not adopted?" Because mom is so beautiful, and it's like so many, all these people coming like, "Are you sure you're not adopted? Are you sure?" And I'm like, "What the? What the hell?"
No, you should say it back to them.
Yeah, and then so I mean, I had like late puberty. I only started, growing up at like 16 plus 17. So when I finally left high school and people were like, liking my pictures, like, "Wow, you were always tall and you were always handsome." And I'm like, that's not what happened in high school. I don't remember it like that. What? Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I have a different question for Sufyan. Do you tend to keep your private life, private from your family members, or do you share everything?
Me?
Why or why not? Yeah.
Private, of course. I think
Why?
it's not their business.
Man.
It's not their business?
Yeah. I mean, okay, I have I'm the type to I'm not very good at
You want to
communication.
tell us what it is?
Sure. Look, I'm not very communicative. Okay. Which is funny because I pretty much work in communications. But no, yeah, I'm horrible in communication. Like whenever I used to, back when during teenagers, I would go off and disappear off on my own around town. And then my phone would die or I'd have no signal and I wouldn't tell anyone about it. So there have been a few times where people will be like, "Where are you? We're about to file a missing person report." And yeah, that kind of thing. I don't know. To me, it just never occurred to tell people that because I'm like, I can handle this. So, you do you, I do me. We'll meet up later. I don't know how to explain it. It's more like, yeah, I don't know. I see no reason to talk about things.
So you do the same for your friends as well, to your family, is it? Or is it just your
Yeah,
family?
kind of.
Oh, okay.
To my friends as well. But I think my friends are a bit more, they know how I can be. And they push back as well. So if I'm being a bit too distant, they come after laugh. Yeah.
Danish.
It's like you were throwing a lasso and then you were shooting.
You gotta pick one, man. You gotta pick one.
What are you trying to fish there, Danish?
He's trying to catfish you.
What? Okay.
All right.
Alright. Same question to Kai. Do you tend to keep your private life private from your family members?
Yes.
Why?
It's private.
We're live, okay? Friends are probably watching.
Why? I don't find any results from sharing. Like there's no, maybe some stuff, yes, but not all. When I feel like it, then I'll share. If I don't feel like it, then I'll just keep it. So
I see. This is quite different from like what? Why are you laughing?
Because Kai is like, I'm not gonna say it. We are live. I'm not gonna say it.
You can feel me just prodding him like, Kai.
yeah, this I won't share. Yeah.
Okay, that is a wise choice. A very wise choice. So, on to Nicholas. What about you?
Okay, I can combine both of your past question and your current question with this one answer. Me and my parents, our relationship were more like, how you call that? My parents were the typical Chinese back then. Then slowly throughout the time, I think it was in high school where I started to, when they still try to control me, but I gave them reasons. No, I questioned their reasons actually. I questioned why you want to, like if I say I want to go out cycling for like an hour, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and you say no, I ask you why, you don't tell me why, then I'm going. Because if you give me no reason to stay, unless it's a dumb reason too, you're like, no, because I don't want you to go. Then I'm like, I also don't want you to drink also. Can you not? Then I'll just shoot it back to my dad. And then after that, he got nothing to say. Then I'm just like, nothing to say. All right. I'm not arguing back. I'm not talking back. I'm giving you an option too. Because I'm trying to talk, Then is after that kind of attitude came out, but the execution of it back then wasn't very well done. So sometimes I come off a little bit rude. So I had to like perfect it through time. And then now, because of that style, me and my parents are more like friends now instead of very like parents and child kind of conversation. Sometimes my dad would just come and ask me, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, I don't know, answering your question. Then it's like, okay. Then he'll just walk away. We'll just like joke around.
Wow.
Yeah, and then my mom being my mom, sometimes like, you know how moms can be. Moms are nagging, alright? They nag a lot, okay? And then for me, because when you hear it so many times, so every time I come out of my room, and then I already know what she's gonna say, I'll just say it for her so she can save her breath. So I'll be like, eat already, drink water or not? Shower already or not? Take out your dirty clothing or not? I'll just say everything one shot, then she'll just like, yeah.
You don't do it in that high-pitched voice, do you?
I do.
Oh my.
I'll just come
Boy,
out.
you have a death wish.
I go out and then she'll just look at me. Then after that I say, "You think I'm dirty clothing or not?" Then I say, "Yes." I'll just answer myself and answer for her as well. And then she'll just like, "Good, you know." Then I'm like, "Of course I know. Who am I? I'm your son. I hear it for how many years already? Of course I would know." Yeah. So yeah. That's why me and my parents are very chill now. That's what I love about our relationship now. It's very friendly. Like if they want to talk to me about something serious or so, I'm like, yeah, you can tell me. And if I want to talk something serious, I can tell you. But if I don't tell you, means it's private, so don't ask me. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's the two questions in one answer.
I think
Thank you for being so.
My sister's relationship is a lot more like Nicholas. For me, would be, I think, the opposite. It's a lot more, how do you say it? A lot more groomed.
Distance?
A lot more, not distant. It's a lot more groomed. And it's a lot more like, it's more like they were putting their ambitions on me to ride their coattails per se. So, and it was like, if you don't go out, it would be like, go ask your mother. Ask my mother. Mother said, go ask your father. Now go ask your father. And I asked my father. My father said, "What did your mother say?" My mother said, "Ask you." Okay. I said, "No. Go ask your mother." So go ask my mother. What did your father say? My father said, "No." Well, okay, fine. Then no, no. It's like, oh, okay. And I just then wouldn't argue back with that back. But I have a sharp tongue, and I argue back anyway when we have arguments. But so it was always this back and forth, as opposed to like Nicholas or my sister would be like, "I'm gonna do it anyway," attitude, whether you like it or not. It's like, oh, dang. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the most important one is to have a fun relationship with your parents, because that's like to me that's the best. Because sometimes I'll even come home when my friends come along with me, and then sometimes my dad will be like, "Who's that at the door?" He'll be like, because he's right in front of the entrance, so he'll be like, even before he sees them, he'll be like, "Oh, who's that? Who's there? Who's here?" Then I'll be like, "Oh, my drug dealers." I'll just like, yeah. Some prostitutes out there. Yeah. I'll just say all those things. And then my dad's like, "Oh, got some of me." And I'm like, "No."
My goodness. I love the chaos.
And then what? Sometimes even like I'll just say like stuff like, "Oh, the delivery guy here." Then my friend just walk in, "Hello." All kind of stuff. Just to make things, livelier. It's all a joke, but lively.
Cool. So I take it that you let your parents influence your decisions? No. Like, do they have any input? Yeah. You, Nicholas.
No, not really. They give me their opinions, but they don't force me to do anything, which is nice. But they do tell me what they want out of it. Like example, back in high school, because they know I can't study very well. So instead of asking me to ace the exam, I want you to pass the exam. And then after that, you tell me what you want to do. As long as you work hard, I don't mind what you want to do. So that one was more encouraging than, "I want you to be doctor, I want you to be lawyer." Instead of that stuff,
Dan is just frowning deeply.
yeah, for me, I don't know, because I think I kicked in the concept where if you force someone to do something, you might not get the result that you wanted in the first place, which is success or possible, something good something positive. So I think they got the idea in their head and just go with me with what I want, which I'm very happy about.
Okay. I want to hear from the people who, do let their parents influence their decisions. Show of hands, who does? Like major decisions, like a career and love life, maybe? And Nikhil's hand goes out of the box. Nikhil?
It was a lot. It was a lot more, like I said, it was a lot more grooming. It was a lot more, ambition driven. Because we were financially down per se, or my dad never really got to study further because his dad died when he was 9. So it was a lot more. It was a lot of that ingraining. He was always looking for parental or family acceptance per se, and like, it will not work with me. If you try to influence me in that way, it's not going to work. If I have my own vision, I see things properly, I remember things properly. So I know what I want. I may not know how to say it, but I knew what I wanted. And I think when I didn't get to choose certain subjects for my college application, it was more like, oh, this subject that you choose will be good for you, beneficial for you in your long run. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's beneficial for me in the long run. I can't study it now. What's the point? It's like, hello, wake up. They wanted me like do maths, and because I was good in maths, but I already knew the syllabus of college maths, which was like more calculus and like statistics and all that stuff, and not less algebra. And I was like, no, I've taken a gap year. I cannot pursue this. Like, just listen to me. So it was never really about listening to me. As opposed to my sister, it was a lot more. I guess they took notes because of the failure of me fighting back kind of thing. So it was my sister was a lot more, okay, let her do what she wants per se and blah blah. yeah, it was a lot more back and forth. I had to fight a little bit more per se. Yeah. So I mean, I guess the relationship now, I think my dad understood where he came from, how wrong he was. Unfortunately, on his deathbed, well, it's okay. At least he apologized, and I was like, okay, I accept your apology. Let's move on. Um, Sorry, I know it sounds shady, but that's the relationship we had. I mean, in my family, we talked about that. You know, we talked about life after that. You know, a lot of people don't get it. So if it looks like it's shady or insulting, we've already talked about it. Most families don't talk about these things, and it's be like, oh no, now what do we do? Oh, okay, astaga, we're not in a situation. So we've already kind of perceived. I know, like that kind of situation. Yeah. It doesn't really influence on my love life per se. It's more like my mom is a different career. You know, she's an old school person, so it's like career first. You know, be settled in life, and then your body is a temple. So
Okay.
yeah,
I see. Now, a question for the whole group. Do you think we would be better human beings if our households were more like those from, let's say, Western countries?
In some ways.
How can we know
In
that?
some
Yeah,
ways.
in some ways.
To
Yeah.
me, in some ways.
In certain things.
education.
well,
Like what things?
Education.
Education?
Attitude. But
Attitude?
yeah. Like I guess not trying to change shape, but like when I experienced the culture in like a foreign country also. So I feel like with a country that has very very lenient parents, sometimes the children can be extra annoying, I feel, and then even up to college they are annoying also, even to the lecturers. So I guess in some aspects we very polite because of our culture. So
It's the discipline thing, I guess.
yes,
It's
yeah.
the rotan.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely the rotan.
Oh
Confirm. For sure.
We need the spray bottle for the kids to spray them. It's like, pick up your food. No.
Business idea. Let's go.
Okay, I want to hear from our wise man, Kai. What do you think?
Okay.
really on the side.
Take off your glasses, Kai. Take off your glasses. They won't know you.
Wait, context. Do your Yoda voice as well. Do your Yoda
Oh my
voice
god,
as
some
well.
random guys in the chat,
Wait.
guys. Some random dude.
What's going on? What is this? Why am I on camera? What was the question?
Do you think we
yeah.
will be?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Western countries does the parenting. Only hearsay. And I think there are some pros and cons also. Like they give more freedom for their kids to explore themselves. I even heard that in US they kick their son and daughter out of the house when they reach 18 or something, to let them like be adventurous and all that. In a way, that's a really good training ground for them to grow up, unless they stumble upon some bad influences and they don't have the self-control for it to handle that kind of stuff, then it will turn bad. So I guess it depends on the children also, like what kind of children suits which type of parenting. So not everybody.
That's true.
Yeah, not everybody is suitable for the Western parenting, but the same thing applies for Asian parents as well. So a mix of both will be good, I guess.
Ideal.
Or ideal, or it depends on the children. Like learn about what the children is like, then give the proper solution to it. Yeah. So can I leave now?
Yeah, call back Kai, man. Call back Kai.
Wow, that was
Just
fast.
missed him. He said so many nice things, and
Who was that? Who was that? He was so good.
I,
Why we stuck with this one?
It's
I
like
also feel
Yoda.
like I also feel like sometimes we are heavily influenced by popular culture, by the West. So our perception of what we see of their upbringing is very heavily influenced. But actually, when we come to look at it, our Asian upbringing is actually quite. We're more family oriented in some way. I don't know how to say it.
Okay. Cool. Someone in the comments said, I agree with Nicole. What did I say? Okay. You agree with me. I also agree with me. So with that, we have come to the end of this episode of Chit Chat. Be sure to catch us live on Facebook and YouTube at 2:30 p.m. next Wednesday. Kai will be hosting, and the topic will be about video games. So that will be fun. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a comment and leave a like, and bye-bye. Awkward waving.